Hello there, Alex Sturgeon, HobbyTown HobbyPlex. I wanted to show you guys our finished product. We've done a couple remodel videos. It's been a little while since the last one, and we just held our grand opening weekend, which went really well, and everything was very well received, and everything's kind of been set in place. And I wanted to show you guys the final product. This video won't be crazy long because, you know, if you're watching this, you probably saw the other one, so I don't want to rehash what's what. But yeah, let's check out the store, and yeah, you can see the TV behind me there, so it's pretty awesome. But let's check it out. All right, so right when you walk in, what's new? Well, look at that. We have a brand new logo up there. The previous version of that said "Welcome to the HobbyPlex," and it had a little USA up there, and we're not supposed to have that according to corporate. So now we've got the H, the hanging H for Hobbytown with the HobbyPlex, and right underneath of it, you'll notice a nice big fat TV, which is also connected to the internet. So we can have some cool stuff running up there today. So today I had some EFRA internal combustion track qualifying today. I thought that was pretty cool. It was about an 8-hour long video, so I thought it'd be a good thing to have up there all day today. I know there's not going to be anything controversial or anything like that, but yeah, so we have a total of a whole bunch of these. So the plan is that on some race days we'll have our live feed streaming up there, so people that walk in can see what's going on the track downstairs without having to walk all the way down there if they don't want to, or at least they can go, hey, what's that? And then they'll end up going down there and checking it out, and hopefully buying a car and then becoming one of us here at the HobbyPlex. But that's a big thing that got done right before we did our grand opening, which is pretty awesome. We had a whole bunch of logos there for our grand opening sponsors and all that too. So we'll have like product videos going, and then like I said, maybe, we don't want to abuse it, but maybe if there's a certain team's game on TV while we're all working, maybe we'll be able to have that on so people that come in and shop won't miss it unless they want to miss it. That's kind of their thing. You can see here we got our gaming land. Let's widen this out again. So lots of Pokemon. Got the gaming case starting to get filled up again, which is pretty cool. This is Candy Island, and not only is this for us to eat and drink stuff, but candy can be a hobby. Look at all these different sodas. And you guys that know me, I'm very interested in this one. So yeah, it's good stuff right there. Oh, actually, this one's even better. Got some more stuff. Look at the Skittles drink. So that's kind of new since the last time. We got more stuff in the refrigerated case here, so you can get your I don't know, what do you call that? Your thirst quenched. So Candy Island looking really good. Got some toys and stuff, part of that. If we go over here, this side of the store again, looking really sharp. We got a Brio table for the kids to come in and play with. We got a big gumball machine now today, right when you walk in the door. I've already bought one. Of course, we got our Schleich Tiger. And then, also new from the previous video, our big T-Rex. I'm pretty sure that is a no, it's not 25 foot. It's like an 18-foot T-Rex, and was not easy to get up there. So that's also new from the last video that we were doing here. So again, got some cool toys in the aisle. Our Legos looking really good. We're going to be getting in some more. We're going to have access to a lot more Lego here very shortly. Toy aisle again looking really good. Some more Legos. Got the Technic, whatever. So more goodies over here. Oh, that's where they put those. Oh, it's like a little Star Wars end cap here. I'm gonna have to I may have to buy one of those. I didn't know that those were over here. So yeah, I might have to actually buy one of those. Puzzles, more gaming, more toys, plushies. Gundam aisle looking really good. And then also new from the last time that from the last video I made is we now have our big kind of partition wall up there. So before you could kind of see our back room, look kind of, it didn't look very good. So now we got that up there, and it matches the drapes, or however you say that. So yep, there you go. So that's new. Our check-in area turned out pretty good, and this is pretty nice over here. I know this is pretty like drab, but it is important to us to have a place to do our orders and check in. Got your model paints over here. Got good rocket selection still, as always. Nice kites and stuff too. Got a very good tool aisle as always. Got your models. We got this side, we got science fiction, of course, Star Wars, because I work here, so there's always going to be lots of good Star Wars stuff, but there's some Star Trek stuff too, which, you know, I also enjoy. Got some more Schleich stuff. Lots of unicorns. Any guys out there into unicorns? This is the place. Models looking good. Got armor, military, planes. Here's some more. Made in Ukraine. And then got your car models over here on this side. And then one more thing that also we have, and I'm officially the store expert in, of course, is telescopes, because I have one, and so that makes me the expert. Something else new we got in since the last video was we have added to our slot car selection. Got the scale electric stuff, which is pretty cool. 32 scale. You can see the bodies and tires. Lots of bodies. And I gotta say, we've been open over here for 2 months, and the body aisle has not been completely decimated like I thought it would be. So everybody's been doing a really good job of putting stuff where it's supposed to go. So pretty happy with that. Got the big bodies over there. Got the Tamiya bodies over there. You can see some of our kits now and how we're displaying all that stuff. Looks really good. We'll go over there in a second. I want to come back over here. You can see everything's 5 foot high or so. You can still kind of see over the top. Got more slot cars, trains, die casts, some wheels and tires on that side. It's getting close to Hot Wheels season, so our HobbyPlex Diecast Racing League is going to start up here October 10th, so that'll be about 2 weeks from now. And you can see that we've got a pretty good selection of Hot Wheels, and more coming. We just the order didn't show up today, but looking really good. Got your good slot car selection on this side. Everything's looking really packed. Got your HO stuff over here. The checkout, middle checkout aisle always looks really good, nice and clean. Got lots of goat guns. Got your gaming aisle. Got your RC consumables here in the middle here. So you got like car stands, bags, pit mats, of course your like servo tape, which every good hobby store should have. Got all your oils, motor sprays, shock oils, weights. Very important to have all the weights. Radio cases, more bags. Got your tire bands, chassis protectors, whole big section of wings. Got some more bins. I got even more bins coming in the next order that I found. And then what I like about this is here in the center we have your kind of budget RC. So the smaller stuff, that's all about, you know, $150 or less. And then you've got your about $200 cars. So your Arma Boosts, your Arma Megas, your Traxxas Bandit, Stampede, Rustler, the best-selling cars pretty much of all time. Let's see, brought you guys over here. So here's some more of that Schleich stuff. Planes are looking really good. I'm really happy with how this turned out over here. So Got your inexpensive planes. How about that floor, huh? Isn't that floor sweet? I love that floor. Makes it bright in here, it really does. The LEDs, the light floor bounces all the light around and just makes everything a lot more visible. We're still a hobby store, guys, so don't fret. We still got lots of balsa. We've got your like brass and copper over there, your music wire, brass rods, steel rods, that sort of thing. All the stuff that you guys that still need to build stuff. We still have a good Dubro selection. Still got car stands, still got lots of airplanes, still got lots of balsa. A lot of that stuff's finally starting to come back in stock too after the whole COVID debacle. It like took out 2 of the major balsa distributors. Still got lots of props. I love the prop bin here. This is something that was made for us by Phil Beercher a long time ago. Saved us a lot of space. Did not want to get rid of it. So now all of our props are in here. Of course, we still got your fillers, micro balloons, dopes, all that good stuff for the airplane guys. Got good airplane case now. Lots of stuff kept in these bins. A little bit different than what we've done in the past, but it saves us a lot of space. Good radios. Got your fuel stuff over here. RC fuel. Here's a lot of your bind and fly planes from E-flite. Some of your ready to fly planes. Everything looks really good over here. I like how we did that. Of course, you got your real flight going. Got more planes behind the wall here. Big wall of planes as usual. I think the last video we were still getting these aisles kind of figured out. So half of this just because we needed the space, a couple more ready to fly planes. But here you're going to have even more kind of consumable stuff. So got your budget tools, got body clips, all that good stuff. Then you start some of your screws and some of your wires and heat shrink and all that good stuff. Turn around this way, you can see this is what I call the screw aisle. So all of your screws. That's why it's called a screw aisle. So you can see it Associated, Traxxas, Avid, Dubro, some Axial stuff, and then ProTech has an exceptional selection of screws and nuts and everything like that. So we keep all that here. Plugs are very important to have nowadays since every company has a different plug. So we have all these different adapters. Everything's laid out really well. Again, we try to keep everything so that you can, if you got a different brand battery, you should be able to make it work with whatever brand car you have. So we do a really good job with keeping all that in stock. I think this wasn't set up yet. So all of our chargers are now kind of out on shelves. They used to be in a case, but we kind of changed it up a little bit. So we sold a lot of chargers this weekend. So a lot of our Electron Pro chargers are kind of gapped out right there, but we're going to get it back in this week. These are all the airplane oriented batteries. And then the crawler case looking really good. It's kind of been very busy with crawling stuff this last weekend. Crawling stuff back there with the triple sliders. So there's 3 levels of stuff. I'm not going to go back there and move it all around for you, but you get the idea. I try to put stuff that in the past people have wanted to see, but because it was so dark and so far away. So right in front you got your SCX24 bits and pieces, and of course those all sell really well. You can see our crawler section over here. So there's your big Traxxas crawlers, your TRX4Ms, all your SCX24s, your mini LMTs, crawler bodies, some more of your, ooh, that's close. There you go. There you go. Some 10 scale kits, a little bit of overstock. Then you've got your crawling kits up here with the color showing so that people can see it and go, oh, I want the blue one, or I want the red one, or green one, or whatever. And then again, this is a triple layered slider rack. So behind there is even more stuff. And then of course you got your wheels and tires. Radio case, again, radio case looking pretty full. We're missing a M17, but we're gonna get that back in this week, I'm sure. Got the new Spectrum radio in there. I like how we keep in our receivers now. So Futaba receivers, got your programmers, SandWeb receivers, more SandWeb receivers, got your Spectrum receivers, just in a bin. So instead of taking the space to display all those, we just put them in the bin, and then turn this around. Put them in the bin, pull out the bin, pull out the right stuff. So saves us some space. Actually, I actually like it better. I think it's more convenient for everybody to just say, oh, you want this one or this one. Drag racing stuff. We have a pretty good drag racing scene here in Omaha, Nebraska. So try to keep all the drag racing stuff kind of together. Wheels and tires. Got the drag slash up. Also put your drifting stuff. Got a pretty good drifting scene here too. So not as together. Got the kits here and then the tires in someplace else. And then, boy, we have sold a lot of servos this weekend. This is our servo case. So lots of servos. Got your mini servos, regular servos. Try to keep it somewhat alphabetical and somewhat numerical order. We also split that up with batteries for your like the Groms, Mini Bs, mini crawlers. That stuff's all going to be over here. Receiver packs, some nitro stuff on this top shelf here because the nitro slider is behind that. I don't want to go back there because it looks weird. Everything looks real tight. I just want to show you guys. But this case here used to be over here kind of where the chargers are and kind of out in the open. So we sort of swapped the chargers with the servos. I don't know. We may like it, we may not. We can always change it, but I like it. One thing that I did, I don't think was shown in the last video, was the slider racks actually make, if you put them low enough, they give you a space on top that you can use as a shelf. So I put all the good kits up there. So you got your mini stuff and then your race kits right up here in front, just like that. And then on the top shelf, of course, we put most of the best-selling ready to run RC cars, and then overstock for all of that is behind in the parts dungeon, which I'll show you guys here in a second. But again, this is 3 layers of slider racks. So on one layer, you've got like your servo components right behind the servo case. A lot of the good hot racing stuff, lights and screw kits. These are like your 10 scale hop ups, and again, alphabetical, hopefully. So starting with the A's and then going all the way to the V's. So all of your like 1-up springs, titanium, turnbuckles, shims, all that important stuff is going to be right here in front for you guys to find. The Traxxas stuff is back there. It's back there because we have most of it takes up a lot of space, so we put it on the actual Logier wall there. Tires weren't done when I took my last video, and boy, did we have a lot of tires. Well, all the important tires are now front and center for everybody to see. So you can see here pretty much all the tires that work on our track. So starting with AKA, J Concepts Pro Line, that's your 10 scale stuff. Then you got your carpet off-road stuff. Carpet off-road is going to be starting real soon. You got your mini stuff. Mini off-road is going to be starting real soon. Then wheels. Then you got your truck tires. And then over here you got your 8 scale tires. I don't believe that this was all the way done yet in the last video. I guess I'm going to come back here because I just kind of want to show you guys how we have this. So soldering irons and other tools kind of have their own spot. And then your 8 scale wheels and tires. And then right up front here, you got like your charge cables again, stuff that you know, we kind of thought about, stuff that we sell the most of, we're gonna have in front. So like your sensor cables, plugs, and then behind there are all the tools. And then again on top, these shelves make a shelf. It's really cool. It's you know, we're trying to like utilize the space and have this really clean look. Because a lot of times hobby stores, you know, a lot of times they've got so much stuff. We had so much stuff that we kind of didn't know where to put it. So we just kind of put it anywhere, and it got real cluttered real fast. We're trying to get away from that. So that's what the slider rack's all about. That's why we have the parts dungeon. That's what I call it. But there you can see all our tools. So all the best-selling tools I put up front, and then the other tools I put behind there, just so people can see them. Battery case looking full as always. We sold a lot of batteries this weekend. And then you got your motor and speed controller case again, looking real full. And then this is what I like too. So we have for race nights, we have our own checkout, as long as you've got a credit card or a debit card. And then we've got these nice counters. So we have a lot more counter space to help people on busy days. You know, a lot of times we just run out of space. We don't really want to put them on the glass. So I love having this countertop here, of course this countertop here, and then our middle counter where we do most of our work for people. So you bring in a car, we say, okay, what do you need? And we'll look at it. We can even work on it a little bit, maybe do a quick fix for 25 bucks, or if we have to take it in, of course, this is where most of our guys will work on it. And that also makes it so that we can see. I like being right here because I can kind of see down this middle aisle and see people coming in and out, making sure they're getting rung up in a timely fashion. Okay, now this was the hard part about this whole deal, and it's not even really done yet, so it's gonna maybe not look the best anyways, but you can see overstock. We're utilizing the behind the counters really well for overstock. So starting here, you got some Tamiya parts that used to be out on the floor. We didn't necessarily want to hide them, so they're kind of here where people can see them, maybe point. Got some overstock here, but here we go. So two biggest parts that we need to have, of course, because we want people to buy their stuff and feel confident that they're going to be able to get it fixed. So we got an Arma wall. Everything's in numerical order. Coming down here, now we've got the Traxxas wall. Of course, the Traxxas wall takes up the most of everything. Everything here is in numerical order. Basically, you tell us, or we find it for you. You know, point to this, point to where we hurt you, and then you find the part, and then we come back here and grab it. And we needed slider racks back here because, yeah, there's so much stuff. So Traxxas has a couple sliders here right at the end. But everything starting with the 2,000 numbers all the way down to the new 10,000 numbers for the dirt modifieds are all back here. So then you've got Team Associated with their vast amount of parts. Everything is hung up in a numerical order. Very popular here. So of course we have our Techno series. So we got our Techno parts. And then behind there, it's got some Losi stuff and some ECX stuff. And I'm going to move this slider. Hang on. All right, picking up where I left off here. So you can see ECX, Andromeda. We sold so many of those cars that even though I think they've been discontinued, we're going to keep these parts on hand for as long as we can so that people can break them and fix them if they want. And then, of course, you got your TLR rack, which takes up 2 slider racks. So you got the front slider rack and then the back slider rack. And then we have just enough room in case we need to add a brand or two or just have some overstock. Again, I've been keeping all of our overstock back here kind of eye level, so it's easy to find for people. Here's more Traxxas stuff. Just an incredible amount of Traxxas stuff, really. It's pretty nuts. But that is the parts dungeon. There's some axial stuff. I still need to get some element stuff right here in this void. Just hasn't been a huge priority. But you can see it was darker, but I've been working on making it lighter back here, and I think I'm going to add some lights. But I love the front for sure. I mean, the back there is pretty much for us. It's for the employees. This front part is for all of you to be able to really see, you know, a lot of the hop-up options, you know, a lot of the popular kits and stuff. I have had a couple people mention they can't see the stuff that we used to have on the wall, which I agree. If you're standing right here, you know, and you look up, I mean, yeah, the big 8-foot shelves kind of covered up, and we were a little afraid of that, but actually, if you just back up just enough, you can see the slash two-wheel drive and four-wheel drives. You can see the nitro cars. You can see the XRT, all the big stuff that's up there. It is covered up a little bit if you're close, but if you stand back a little bit, you know, you can see it. And I know that's really different. It is a little different. It's taken a little bit of getting used to, but also all you really need to do is ask too. So say, hey, do you have a Kraton 8S? I'm like, yeah. Do you have a Kraton 6S? Yeah. Do you have a X-Max Ultimate? Yeah, of course I do. We'll grab it for you. So it is a little different, little getting used to, but I like it. I actually like it a lot, and I think it's going to work out really well for us. And again, it's just a different look. We're going for not so cluttered, clean, efficient, you know. So that's what we got. And this will be my last video on the remodel. After this, it'll be about stuff that we're doing next, which coming up next will be a big sale to get rid of a lot of the old stuff that we had that we didn't want to put out because it was old and was just going to clutter everything up. So look forward to that soon. But yeah, love my store. The HobbyPlex renewed after 20 years. New look, new use of space. Just everything new, rejuvenated. Of course, that doesn't mean that we're not racing. You can see the track's been put back together completely. We've actually had a few race nights already on the dirt and on the carpet. And also, you know, one thing that we had taken away was all the windows. All the windows are back. Everybody can see. So when people come in, they can stand over this and go, what does that guy have a laptop for? You know, that's usually, if somebody has a laptop and they're bringing it to like watch videos. You know, people up here that don't know what's going on, they think you have the laptop to, like, you know, dial in your car. Little do they know that there's a device that's about as palm of your hand that can actually do that instead of a laptop. The laptop's for entertainment usually only. I don't know why I'm going off on that, but anyways, back to over here. One more pass to check out the new store, the new use of space. Kind of a squeaky floor. I'm gonna get some Hey Dudes. I'm gonna see if the Hey Dudes don't squeak. I'm gonna wear those to work. But yeah, there you go. Appreciate all of you a ton, and yeah, onward and upward. I think that's how that's said. Make sure that you guys subscribe, like, tell your friends, and we'll make some more content for you soon.